What's up? Archangel back in the saddle again. So, you show up somewhere in sandals and socks, or you tell somebody that a handwritten poem is more romantic than a wedding ring. And of course you get the obligatory, wow, how is it that you are still single? Males are so beleaguered with manipulation, steamrolled with instruction and mockery. It's amazing we can still carry society. Males are pressured into coupling with females in order that you allow oversight into your life and finances. Yet most shaming of single males is conspicuous frontal assault. You need to get married and contribute to society. If nothing else, marry and cohabitate for your happiness, your health, for tax breaks and social acceptance. This is straightforward coercion. Yet, we also get sneaky weaponized sarcasm driving us the same direction. And most males are more oblivious and hence susceptible to sarcastic assaults, especially in public. Insults have a greater impact on compelling male conformity when foisted in public arenas. And chicks deriding guys by wondering aloud how such a stained sweatpants wearing, unshaven, medieval role-playing specimen with moldy pizza boxes all over his room, how such a phenomenal, highly desirable catch is still single. This is scorn meant to embarrass blokes out of video games and into hard-working jobs because some guys are resistant to bossy, straightforward, you need to get a job and a monogamous relationship demands from family or society, which is where the agenda-rich ridicule comes in, to compel them where straightforward pressure seems to fail. And mockery of males, especially by females, in front of others, this works far too effectively. But why? You see, women are the stick by which males are judged. And what this means for guys is that if you have one you serve, then you have increased worth as well. Maybe, once upon a time, men were judged by their works, yet in conventional time streams, wherein females hold social control and legislative favoritism. Indeed, where females hold the validation-desperate, softened, conformist males by the testicles. Thus, in modernity, male worth resides in their degree of service to the centerpiece of gynocentrism, females. Take a guy who accomplishes great works solo. Okay, that's great, but we unconsciously see him as incomplete without somebody else. However, take the same great male and add a cute little daughter or a hot girlfriend or a demure supportive wife, and people, despite themselves, will grant him more value than any single counterpart. You may have the urge to argue that point, but truth is, a female-equipped male is granted more value than any single knuckle-dragger. If a guy is found to be taking care of himself, paying his own bills, we judge him deficient and selfish. Yet if a male is caring for or paying the bills of a female somewhere, mom, sister, wife, daughter, etc., his value, social worth, and acceptance rises. In gynocentrism, females hold the value, hence by extension, they add or retract value from the males they grace with their presence. Naysay, deny, and reject this unsightly truism of gynocentrism all you want. But reality is, a guy receives more worth and accolade if a female accompanies him, whereas a guy does not add value to women in people's minds. In truth, guys hold real value, and if humanity was honest, men would behold themselves as the prize, and women would clamor to court men, any man, because irreplaceable value resides with him. Females derive value and relevance from males. Yet, our matrix illusion has us believing the exact opposite, whereby the creative forces of life hate themselves and worship the agents of parasitism. However, due to our propaganda hose loose in the yard spewing male devaluation everywhere, like a dancing snake having a fit, thus we brainwash the populace at large with females as the be-all end-all. So when a female, especially an attractive female, is in close proximity to a male, on the red carpet for instance, she adds to his appeal. For example, I have observed a male, as of late, who is now dating a fairly attractive female. Before, guys might sporadically say hi to him. However, now, guys will come up to him and knuckle knock and, hey, what's up? And go out of their way to linger around the new couple, like they have been lifelong friends. I have observed an explosion in his popularity because of this female, whom they really want to interact with, under the guise of being a benign buddy. Yeah, blue pill addicts are backstabbing cutthroats. But that's another topic. This guy receives increased accolade now because of this female. Yet when a guy attends a female, people do not find her curb appeal bolstered by his presence. Girls may gossip and criticize some chick's man, yet subconsciously, because of our male villainy propaganda, people see the male as actually detracting from her, oppressing her somehow, like a controlling chaperone following her around. Such a buzzkill. If anything, he is seen as an anchor to her freedom, an expression of feminine greatness. Men alone are seen as losers. Women alone are tough, strong, independent, congratulated, exemplified as another example of feminine fortitude. So, ask yourself this. If the populace did not see women as a value-rich mercy bestowed upon guys, then single shaming would not be effective on males. Yet, to the contrary, I am forever hearing single males being shamed, pressured, even castigated for being single. I have spoken of this before, and I will again, because single shaming is so ubiquitous and pervasive in our culture. Males already have instinctual drives towards females, compounded with merciless social coupling paradigms rammed down our throats, completing male zombie-like drive towards relationships and marriage. Shaming is a tool of behavior modification meant to compel conformity. Just the other day, I mentioned to a male and female coworker that guys should not put up with females' baloney. And, on cue, her eyes narrow and she parrots a shaming tactic I have heard ad infinitum. It's a wonder you're still single, with exaggerated sarcasm, which had the desired effect on the ambient males who laughed. I simply retorted, I am single by choice. But this was lost on the gynocentric parrots cackling at this pathetic tactic to coerce guys to behave as females deem appropriate. Good Lord! How many times have I myself been or heard males denigrated with sarcasm of, "Wow, you're still single?" when you deviate from appearance or behavior norms. You wear plaid and stripes together, you play Dungeons and Dragons, or you have no ambition beyond clerk at the grocery store. You get the tried and true crowd-pleasing shaming tactics. Wow! How is it that you are still single? If a guy doesn't dress, behave, smell, talk, bow to females, pay for all her crap, then fix or replace all that crap when it malfunctions, open her doors, defer to her for approval, kiss her family's ass, dump pink ribbons all over his car, jump in any line in front of any female, say tits instead of boobs, or sausage wallet instead of holy vajayjay, you have bowling trophies, a Smurf collection, and you wait for females to open your doors. Then you get the patronizing, condescending, sarcastic, "Gee, it's a mystery why you are still single." When a guy mocks another guy who collects garden gnomes, it gets a few laughs, sure. Yet when a female mocks the same male, it has more appreciable crowd-pleasing bite. You see, guys expect antagonism and competition from other males. Yet, because males so desperately seek approval from females, thus when a goddess chastises a male because of his appearance or behaviors or interests by jabbing, "I can't understand why you are still single," this has more sting from females, and when this is done in public, the humiliated male usually ends up conceding to female expectations. You have the value-rich chastising the serfs. The very inference of the shaming tactic admits gynocentrism. Females, the value-rich, are desirable to the point that males, all males, one task in life is to land a female to grace his life with. This is simply a given. All males want female companionship. Their sole purpose is to service females. And so unruly, rebellious males are denied this mercy until they conform. And that is why you are still single. Infers that we are the prize, the purpose of your burping, farting, protruding, four-headed life, and you will not be graced until you do what we instruct. That statement assumes that females have the power position to dictate to males because males are single-mindedly desperate to achieve female accompaniment. It is a very derisive shaming tactic, whereby the value deficient being chastised by the value rich, magnified by the laughter of the ambient audience, all compels males to behave as directed by the power-drunk collective feminine. Shaming males is every bit a vicious form of assault on guys to compel them to conform to gynocentric directives. So when you get coworkers, sisters, moms, friends, wives or girlfriends, or anonymous chicks mocking your relationship status and your mullet with, I wonder why you are still single, or, yeah, that's why you're still single. Understand that with such rebukes, females are assuming superiority and value over you, seeking to psychologically traumatize you into conformity. The arrogance of that statement is glaring, that males' only reason for being is to pursue and placate females, who are the prize, rather than pursue self-interest or happiness. Okay, first off, guys are the prize. They are glorious by themselves. In fact, they are far more powerful when sober, clear-minded, and single, rather than being codependent, miserable drug addicts, chained to a finite number of mouths to feed. Males, being the value-rich, should dictate directives to females, who would compete for male attention and companionship. Males should be the one entertaining bids from females, since females need males for their existence. Males do not need females for survival. Perhaps emotional comfort and suckle, but not survival. Females are actually a liability to males. Gentlemen, you are better single. So when some snarky, arrogant friend's girlfriend responds to your tuxedo and Converse high tops with, "I'm shocked you're still single," simply translate it as, "Wow, that's how you avoided shackles in a cage? Here's a guy that we can't manipulate. Damn it." None so bitter as the woman whose wiles do not persuade. Smile to yourself every time someone wonders aloud how you have been able to avoid gynocentric, henpecked, pussy-whipped traps and capture like the spineless doormats attending these females. Yep, deep down, this particular shaming tactic is a declaration of freedom. Finally, brothers, understand that when someone shames you, it is a very literal assault on you. Do not take it lightly. Shaming is manipulative and malicious. It is trespass, much like any physical assault. Do not simply laugh off shaming tactics. They are vicious, and you need to analyze your relations to the speaker. Granted, most are simply parroting the propaganda of their brainwashing, but do not put up with shaming tactics. Voice your disapproval, and if it persists, you should distance yourself from the person who thrusts psychological violence onto you to injure you enough to align your will with their male-devaluing narrative. Shaming tactics are not benign jokes. It is literal assault. My friends, stand with me, live free.